Hi, my name is Kenji Watanabe. The Grim Reaper. Let's talk about that. Alright, so let's just start from the beginning. Kronos. Picture this, 1 BC. And he is born from Uranus and Gaia. Gaia, mother of Earth. Uranus is the father. So, he is one of 12 Titans. And he basically just starts, wanting to rule the universe. And so, what he does is he makes babies with Rhea, his sister. Creepy. Okay, so Kronos eventually just says, you know what? I hear there's this prophecy. Rhea being the person who's just like, oh, what is this prophecy? So Kronos hears that, he hears through the grapevine that, hey, there's gonna be, one of your children, they're gonna destroy you and dethrone you. Kronos is like, man, that's some heavy stuff. So you know what? Let me do the most logical thing, which is, in his mind, eat all his children. Damn. Okay, so starts devouring children left and right. Rhea is just like Kronos doesn't really care. He's like, nope, stay alive. And finally Rhea's like, you know what? No, I can't stand this anymore. I can't take it. So instead of giving you my last baby, Zeus, I'll give you a rock. So that's what Kronos does. He says, oh, this is my baby, final one. And it's a rock. Zeus eventually gets sent to an island. Zeus survives and Kronos dies. And the rest is history. So beyond that, we see the depictions of the Grim Reaper. How do we normally see the Grim Reaper? We see the Grim Reaper as this one skeleton guy with a robe, a scythe, an hourglass. So we see that, and that's how everyone knows. We see him on Halloween, we see him on gravestones, we see depictions of him everywhere. Like this, like this, like this. So, how does the Grim Reaper come about? So about in the 15th century, there's this thing, you may have heard of it, called the plague. Kills a lot of people. They take the black garb or robe and that are normally used for funerals, which was very prevalent among monks and others during the plague. And they also take the depiction of the hourglass, showing that whether you're rich, whether you're poor, everyone's got a timetable. Got a little hourglass, you only got a little bit of time left. So the Reaper in itself, he is nicknamed the Angel of Death. He is the Reaper of Souls. He's the one, one touch, boom, dead. So when the Reaper is kind of used for more of a symbolic term of death, a lot of people start putting it out in newspapers and comics and anything to kind of give that symbolism of death. So what is one company or organization that picks it up pretty prevalently? Is the Marine Corps. And the Marine Corps is, if you don't know, a founding supreme fighting force not biased or anything, you know, just. And yeah, you know, might know a few things about the Grim Reaper. So the Marine Corps actually uses the symbol of the Reaper quite prevalently. I mean, one of the graduation shirts I got from training was one shirt. Even used for the final test of the Marine Corps, which is called the Crucible. The Crucible, at the very end in San Diego, California, they have this mountain called the Reaper. And the Reaper is tough, to say the least. The Reaper is just murder. You're already tired after 3 days of hiking, running, sprinting, sweating, going through so many different types of tests, and they throw this gigantic mountain in your face. It's kind of like walking 2 steps up and 1 step back. It's a very tough hike. It's not a nature walk, to say the least. And especially with like 80 pounds of gear on your back, and you gotta just hustle your way to the top. It's tough, but very rewarding. So to wrap this all up, origins of the Reaper came from Kronos, and people interpreted it their own way, so they wanted to use it during the plague, where a lot of people died. And people kept interpreting their own way, changing it into comics, into pictures, works of art, and it developed where other people could pick it up. And now it's a common icon. People see the Grim Reaper, they think of death, and that's why the Marine Corps picked it up. Because of those tests, we are pushed to brink of death. We are pushed to our very end of limits, our energy, everything. And we are trained to kill. We are trained to take lives. Because we take it with us and we put it on everything, we feel that it kind of brings us a sense of normality. We are warriors. We are fighters. We are killers. Marine Corps is the toughest branch within the military. Every Marine is a rifleman. Every Marine can pick up a rifle and kill. We are trained at the very beginning to take lives and take names. We unknowingly take the sense of the ideologies of Kronos, saying that we are not going to be put down. We blindly take people down in our way that are potentially going to harm us. And we take on the ideas of the plague, saying that the Grim Reaper will go across your town and your country and take all types of lives. The Grim Reaper is a universal symbol. The Grim Reaper, no matter where you go, you see it, you know it. It means something not good. And the Grim Reaper is something that is common knowledge. Whenever we see it, we know what it is. We know what it represents. We know exactly what it could mean. Because of that universal symbol, it brings us down to what is and sometimes should not be told. You know, death is a topic that not many people really want to dive in depth on. But is it something that kind of needs to be talked about? Yes and no, but through the depictions of the Grim Reaper, that it is an underlying knowledge that life is impermanent, and doesn't matter who you are. You can be a civilian, you could be a Marine, you can be the garbage man down the street, you can be anyone you want, you can be rich, you can be Kanye West or Nelson Mandela. Everyone has a timetable and a time limit. That hourglass will definitely be taken up, and that Grim Reaper will come by and swipe you right up. So this assignment actually has taught me a lot. I mean, it it's crazy to see the type of origins from common stuff that we see from day to day. I mean, I don't think I would ever have done any research on this if I didn't think it was interesting, or I had this assignment from Dr. Hunt, and now to see the background on type of symbols that we see from day to day, it really makes you think. So next time you see the Grim Reaper, just know that it's not just another picture. It's not just something that is cool to stick on a shirt or a tank or anything else. The Grim Reaper has history. History has meaning. That Grim Reaper has meaning. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.
Yeah. Baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. Wanna know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. When it's over, I press rewind, though. Talking bands, I got it. Benjamins in my pocket. I traded my truth for some robins, and he's playing Batman. Fatty's gonna rob him. Yeah. I got the Glock in my Robin. 17 shots, no 30.